400-meter hurdle final at the World Championships are over, and I do have to admit that I have some thoughts, because these races went for the most part the way one would expect them to. I said for the most part. And then we got a whole lot of drama that nobody saw coming. So I'm going to get to the dramatic part a little bit in the back part, because we had the women's 400 hurdle final and the men's hurdle final. I'm going to focus on the women because that one is way more straightforward. Femke Bol went out there and does what she does. She wins another gold medal in a world championship in the 400 hurdles. The last time she has done it now, like 2023 and 2025, it was her. Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone wasn't in the field, and we all know by now what that does to the event. Femke Bol ran about what I expected, 51.5. I said if she goes under 52, chances are nobody's going to go get her. Jasmine Jones certainly tried and went 52.0, so shout out to her. Silver medal, amazing performance, personal best, all of it. But it's still the Femke Bol show. The field, like bronze, drops down to 53.0. Everybody else is, obviously behind that, but we're seeing times in the 54s and so on. And this is what the 400 hurdles has become on the women's side. Because Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone redefined the event, Femke Bol has dared to try to go with her, and everybody else is trying to figure out how to break through the stratosphere. I mean, it was still a competitive race. I mean, Femke Bol had to go out and execute. I mean, we have, the Dalilah Muhammad, I guess this was her swan song, as they say. This was her final, championship race. So, shout out to her, an amazing career. It doesn't take away from everything she's accomplished. But when I say it was straightforward, I mean, when you look at the final and see who actually made it to the line, for the most part, Femke Bol was supposed to go out there and, run what she runs. Give us a time under 52, and the gold medal was going to go to her. So I don't know if we'll ever get to see her and Sydney face off again in the 400 hurdles. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. Because Sydney has clearly a whole bunch of other things that she can do. She has to make decisions about that going forward in her career. But for now, Femke Bol is the best 400 hurdler in the world for 2025. But on the men's side, this thing is, like I said, nowhere near as straightforward. Because to get out in front of it, there was a whole bunch of drama between Rai Benjamin and Karsten Warholm before the race even went off. Between, past world champion, past Olympic champion. I mean, Alison Dos Santos obviously belongs in that group. All three of them are pretty legitimately faster than everybody else on the world, in the world, on leaderboards coming into this race. So it was supposed to be those three on the podium. And first, there's just the fact that Karsten Warholm, hits hurdle 3. I mean, he tries to run through it, runs as hard as he can, even runs his way into second place behind Rai Benjamin on the home straight, but he ends up fading and gets 5th. So that's disappointing because he was the world leader and the Diamond League final champion for whatever that's worth, because nobody's really going to remember that when you come to the world and don't get a medal. But that's the Karsten Warholm situation. Then you have Rai Benjamin, who for the most part runs an amazing race, runs right around where he's been at his best this season, for the most part 46 mid. He wins, and then we find out that he's getting a disqualification. And the whole disqualification discussion is all around, him hitting hurdle 10 and, apparently his hurdle, we find out it shifted Nathaniel Ezekiel's hurdle a little bit. And, he was issued a disqualification and then they decided to, take that away. So now he's the gold medalist again, which is, a wild story. And never mind the fact that Alison Dos Santos actually did hold on for the silver medal in the middle of all of this. So, I mean, we could talk about, other things. I mean, yes, we had amazing performances for 3rd and for 4th, guys who are running, 47.0 into the 47, that was great. But the 400 hurdles was always supposed to be a 3-man race, the 3 men who we know can run 46s. We got that from 2 of them. Karsten Warholm had a situation, and here we are. So the real question is, what does this all mean? And when it comes to, hey, this is just my initial reaction. It's entirely off the cuff. I'm letting it rip. But if you're new here, I want to say thank you for even making it this far into the video. And I'm Coach Rob, and if you really want to know what's going on with the fastest athletes in the world, then you are in the right place. And if anything that I say actually connects with you, it is always greatly appreciated if you would please like and subscribe. But if I don't, just let me know in the comment section, because I try to read them all. It's not that I'm disappointed, but I think it just kind of calls attention to what I really want from the sport of track and field. As a world championship product, this was fine. That's not my issue. It's just when you know that Karsten Warholm, Alison Dos Santos, and Rai Benjamin are what they are, and you get to a championship where we essentially get to watch, 2 2 of the 3 run close to their best. 2 of the 3, not all 3. And then you have the whole DQ back and forth. Like, okay, for the Worlds, I'll accept that. I'll accept that for what this was. But I still have this feeling of wanting more. I want more on both ends. And I want more on both ends for the women and the men, because we know Femke Bol is faster than all these other women who are not named Sydney in the 400 hurdles. So going out to run an international championship to win a gold medal, I mean, fine then. You could do that. Like, respect. You can definitely do that, and it's an accomplishment. But Femke Bol's value in track and field, I'm going to start here, is way bigger than the 400 hurdles. For the Netherlands, what she does on relays is box office. Anytime I see Femke Bol running a relay, I want to watch. Even more so than watching her run individually in a 400 hurdle race, specifically when Sydney is not there. I bring all of that up because I still want to see, and I get it, I'm talking more from the American context, some version of professional track and field options that take us away from these international races as the pinnacle, like let that be what it is, but something else, where we can see what it's like for these athletes to compete and go at it in races that actually matter. As long as there's some form of a team framework, and I think Femke Bol gives you the biggest taste of that because of what she does on relays. It's no longer just about how fast can she go individually. There's value she brings to a space that's bigger than that. So you get to see the magnitude of her impact because she's running in some form of a team framework. Again, competitive track and field, team track and field, it's a thing that we've seen in small pockets, but on the pro level, we've really never seen that function. The closest thing you get is relays. But we only get those on the world stage in spurts. Like, that's the only time we get to enjoy it, even a little bit. On the men's side, we really don't get to see, Warholm, Rai Benjamin, Alison dos Santos. Like, we get to see them to some degree. And this year, thankfully, we did get to see them race each other at different points. But I guess the crescendo, like this championship moment, as good as it wasn't, I still felt like there might be more there. And again, all of these athletes have value. I mean, we got to see them in different ways, but Rai Benjamin, the one who got the gold, he's the one who we got to see the least this season. I think that's safe to say. Because Carson Warholm, he was on the Diamond League circuit and wins the Diamond League final, but nobody's going to remember that. Alison dos Santos was tearing it up at Grand Slam track, but once again, nobody's really going to remember that. Rai Benjamin, he ran a little bit here and there, but at the end of the day, he put all of his focus on one thing. And that one thing was the World Championship final, and he won it. He's allowed to do that. I respect it for what it is. I just wish that we could enjoy that level of energy somewhere else. Hey, it is what it is. These athletes are amazing. The talent that they have is undeniable. I just want to see more from them. And we know what they're capable of in theory. We've even seen pockets and spurts. Rai Benjamin running in the Olympic final for the 4x4. That was box office. You see where I'm going with this? Like, the individual races, they're amazing for what they are, but in track and field, I think when it comes to our stars, and all the people's names who I've given in this video, all of these people are the stars. I think we just all want to see more from them. And the World Championships is cool, but there's 365 days out here. And the track and field calendar, when you put all the emphasis on, in this case, for the 400 hurdles, one race. It comes, and then it goes. And then we're left there sitting saying, okay, well, I guess we'll wait for next year to get another, 50, 55, 40, however many seconds that adds up similar to what we just witnessed. But that's a lot of buildup for one moment. I just want to enjoy more of the best athletes because that's what we were witnessing. Femke Bol is clearly one of the best. So much so that the only person who really threatens her at this point in her main event is Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone. On the men's side, we have 3 men who created a waterline that really nobody else in the world can touch. You got to go for sub 47 if you want to join those men on the podium. And, unless they do something wrong, which is in this case what happened to Carson Warholm, other than that, it's pretty sewn up. And it's real hard to beat for all 3 of them to mess up at the same time. So we basically know that until they choose to slow down, the gold medals are going to go to one of those 3 names. But hey, potentially we'll get to see some of these athletes mix it up in the 4x4 pool, so we will get a little bit more from them. But just to be real, this is how I'm feeling. But what do I know? Because nobody asked me. In the sport of track and field, confidence is everything. Because when you win, That is just the moment when everybody else finds out what you already knew to be true, that fast is a lifestyle. Get your Fast is a Lifestyle track and field gear at scarecruiting.com/shop or use the link in the description below. It's a huge support to me and this channel, so I can continue to make you more content like this. And remember, it is always greatly appreciated if you would please like and subscribe.